Hello and welcome to the Robots Direct. My name's Tenny, a builder for the group and your narrator for today. The following is a series of announcements, information, and releases in relation to Robots Inc. Some of these projects we've been working on for a long time, so we really do hope you enjoy them. Now then, without further ado, great. Looks like Drogon forgot to pay the electricity bill. Hold on, let me just... There you go. Welcome to the arena, now completely rebuilt from the ground up. This arena takes all the components people loved about the prior arenas and amplifies them tenfold, with a focus on optimization and gameplay. You actually might have noticed some changes to our hazards. For instance, the kill saws are back and better than ever. Now with a higher damage output, what otherwise would have been a nuisance to drive over now becomes a legitimate threat, being able to shear off parts. The floor flipper returns as well, with very little changes. They toss their opponents onto their back when driven over, allowing robots to turn the battle on its head by flipping the opponent. And the screws! A good place to dump your opponent to get them stalled, gaining you control in the most dire of moments. We've all seen these hazards before, but I'm sure you're curious about these new additions. Well, the side saws are gone. They've been replaced with this incredibly dangerous drop-down spinners. When you drive under them, they spin up to full speed and slam right into the opponent. These deal quite a lot of damage, and is able to easily take off parts and sway fights. But I'm sure that wasn't what caught your attention. We've added a pit. At any point in the match when you hit the button, the pit will slide out, allowing you to dump your opponent into it for an instant win. After 30 seconds, the pit closes back up and the button can be activated again. We went through many variations to make sure it wasn't a cheap method of victory. You have to actually try to earn it. Do you open it early and dispose your opponent ahead of time, or do you wait for it later in the match when your opponent's weaker and might not be able to fight? All these changes should make an already great arena even better, allowing for more dynamic gameplay with all types of robots. Lifters, flippers, even spinners. Hey, speaking of spinners, you might have noticed one throughout the footage of this part of the Direct. In fact, you're even hearing it right now! Soundwave is back and better than ever, with a powerful overhead spinner, low forks, a blade of armor, and even improved omnidirectional drive. A large focus when it came to this revamp was making sure that every robot had the potential to win the championship. Despite the fact that it's gotten tossed around the Tesla hazards, it is one of the hardest bots to fight. With its omnidirectional drive and potent spinner, it's able to target specific points on the opponent with pinpoint accuracy and barrage when necessary. And for our last bot reveal for this Direct, it's Raptor, back and better than ever, as a shuffler no less. Durable, fast, and with extra downforce because of the magnets below the robot, Raptor is in the best form it's ever been. With a clamp and lift mechanism unique to it and it only, Raptor is quite emblematic of the script side of the changes made to the game. The damage system has been completely rewritten from the ground up. Over 1,000 lines of code, countless bolts, sweat, and tears, and extremely exhausted developers, the damage system is finally ready to showcase. Now, you're likely familiar with the basics of the damage system. What we're here to discuss is actually some of the new stuff we have. Spinners now can't simply just hit the opponent with no real risk of the weapon. On every hit against the arena, the spinner will gradually lose torque. This means if you constantly slam your spinner into the wall, there's a high chance your spinner will be too weak to deal any damage. And instead of falling off instantly, spinners which are broken will lose the ability to spin and become completely static, gaining a small buffer of HP before being able to be sheared off. This turns potentially one-sided matches into even competition, where strategy and driving skill outperforms sheer damage. Not to say that the spinners are weaker, because we've actually added a few new features to the damage system as well. The nitty-gritty, the guts of the machines. Motors, batteries, CO2 tanks, flamethrower tanks, belts, pulleys, gears, everything can be ripped off. Nothing is safe. Likewise, they affect the components that they're attached to. So taking off a drive side motor will kill the drive for that side. And battery smoke? That's self-explanatory. All of these allow for some intense fights, snipes, and more. Fights go from stale slamfest to intense nail biters. We've put in a ton of effort into trying to make it as balanced as possible, so we hope you get to enjoy that release. Now, before we get into the discussion of the release date, we also have a couple other things to show off too. Owner of Robots Inc., Drogon, will be hosting her own project under Iron World Studios, a sequel with different developers. So if you're a fan of the Reboot Wars collaborations and want to see more, keep your eyes out for more information about the projects in Iron World Studios Discord server and official Roblox group, with the official teaser video dropping in February, right in 2026. We at the dev team had a lot of discussions on how we wanted to release the revamp, because we wanted to have the game be released in the highest state of quality as possible, while also maintaining a proper life in the meantime. So we tried our best to find the best middle ground. Now, the way that the revamped release will work is that there will be test windows, a few weeks when the game is open, allowing you to test, give feedback, and enjoy the game as is. After the test window, the game will go right under maintenance. New bots will be added, bugs will be patched, and our sanities will be tested to the limit, and then rightfully reopened. We know that this isn't the full game release that we've all dreamed of, but this is the best solution for everyone, the developers, the players, and everything in between. Finally, our last announcement for today isn't a game, but rather a website. Here will be all the robots that are or are going to be in the revamp. You can click a page of a robot, view the teams, see the lore, and see the robots before they're officially released. We wanted to do this as an additional treat, even if it isn't necessary. And of course, every shirt made here will eventually be available on the group store if you want to rep your favorite team. So to any Raptor heads out there, go Raptor! And that concludes the first of Robots Direct. The link to the website will be posted in the Discord server shortly, and we certainly hope you enjoyed watching the Direct just as much as we enjoyed reviewing this new content. This is Tenny, member of the Robots Dev Team, signing out.